Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, Kicking Cancer, Mama's on the Go Bistro in Salem, Oregon, Best Heating and Cooling in Scioto, Oregon, and the Alzheimer's Association. For more information on Kicking Cancer and how they support individuals and families going through the cancer journey, go to kicking-cancer.org. And for more information on Mama's on the Go Bistro in Salem, Oregon, and their amazing food, go to mamaszonthegobistro.com. And for more information on Best Heating and Cooling and their heating and cooling services based out of Scioto, Oregon, go to best-heating.com. And finally, for the Alzheimer's Association and the fight against this horrible disease and how to give, go to alz.org. Music by Connor Hedge and Protestant, used with permission. Hey everybody, welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Welcome to this Monday, Memorial Day today. And so thankful you're all with us today. What an amazing, amazing opportunity to remember those who went before us. Remember the positive things that they did in our lives and for our lives. And so thankful for that, whether they were veterans, whether they were people that were family loved ones like my parents. You just remember the good things and the good memories. So I just want to encourage you to do that today. And I'm so thankful you're here on Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. We're here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time without fail. And so thankful that you have joined us today and are having a blessed time with your family today. It's such a great time to spend with family and friends. And so thankful that you're here today. So let's talk about this thing here. First of all, what is Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie, all about? Well, we're all about how amazing people connect. And today, Lacasa, my good friend, is an amazing connector. She's an actress. She's an amazing person. She will light up your room. And so I'm excited to have her on today. You know what? And all about connecting. I am all about that. Connection and community building is the foundation for life. So connect with me today, russhedge.com. I would love to connect with you. If you're thinking about your business too, connection and community building is the foundation for any good marketing plan, any good business. You need people. Just like Zig Ziglar said, you build the people, and then the people build your business. You got to have people to have a business, to have a life. So connecting, build community today. Also, we would love for you to join our YouTube community. I'm telling you, it is growing, and you need to be part of that because there's so much value and amazing people. All of the shows here on Marketing with Russ, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shows, and the Experience Live with Russ and Scott, the Experience Local, Russ Reels Live, they are all there on my YouTube page. So you want to check that out. And you know what? I make it simple. You know the name of the show. You know how to get there. marketingwithruss.live. You can open a separate tab right now. Type in marketingwithruss.live. Subscribe today. I'm telling you, you'll be glad that you did. There's so many amazing people there, like Lacasa, who has been on before. You can look for her older episode. There you go. And so it's a great place to also connect. All of the connection information that we're going to give you today is still there from past episodes to connect with the people you think, I really like this person. Also, all the comments are there. It sits on LinkedIn and YouTube forever. Facebook now for only 30 days, but you can go back and watch that video podcast anytime you want. Also, you also converts to audio podcasts. That's right. There's still more audio podcasts. If you don't have time to view it, you have time to listen. So whether you're driving to work, putting your makeup on, getting ready, jogging, whatever you're doing, walking in the morning, listen to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. We'd be so glad you did. All right. Also, share this out today. I'm telling you, if you let people know, it's a busy life we live, and it's Memorial Day today. So share and tag with your friends. Let them know Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie is on. And we'd be so thankful that you did that. So today, I just want to tell you, it's a special day, but I believe every day is a special day in your life. It's all how you look at it. And I want to remind you my original book behind me, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, and my 4 collaborative books, #1 on Amazon, #1 international bestsellers. You get all of those, believe it or not, at russhedge.com, or you go to Amazon or other online booksellers to get that as well. So would love for you to do that today. So we're almost done and ready to get Lacasa in the room. But first, we got to do our marketing tip of the day. We do this every Monday and Thursday. And this gets cut out separately after the show, put out on YouTube Shorts and on social media. So you can actually just share the marketing tip of the day, which is encouragement and just a little lift for everybody. Help you, just a short little snippet to help point you in the right direction. And today is going to be a good one. You ready? It's all in line with today, Memorial Day. So here we go. This is your marketing tip of the day. Choose positive memories. That's right. We need to remember and learn from our past, but we need to choose positive memories. We don't want to beat ourselves up over things that have happened before. Yeah, sure, we made mistakes, but you know what? There's been so many positive things along the way as well. So look at those positive life lessons. Look at those positive memories. Look at the people in your life who are there now or who have been there that have been helping you along the way and pointing you in the right direction. You know, you need to have people in your life that will not let you fail, people that lift you up and build you up. And my parents were 2 of them who have already gone to heaven, but made my life so amazing because they made me feel great. They lifted me up. They supported me. And I have such great memories of mama and dad and how they pointed me in the right direction and made me who I am today. So today, choose positive memories. Okay. That is your marketing tip of the day. All right, there we go. So that'll get cut out separately, and you can share that out. I wish you would. And we're going to get Lacasa in the room. Are you ready, Lacasa? She's smiling. Woohoo! Hey, Lacasa.
What's going on, Russ? How are you?
Oh, man, I am so good. I'm so thankful that you're here. And it's been a while since we've been able to chat. And you're doing so many amazing things. Here's what I want to start with. I want you to give everybody a little snapshot of what's going on. Who is Lacasa? What are you doing? What are you up to?
You know, Russ, I love your style of just come on my podcast and we'll figure it out. I am Lacasa Godboldo. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, and I reside here in Atlanta, Georgia. I am a celebrity life insurance broker. That's right. I sell life insurance now almost 22, 23, 45, almost 4 years.
Wow.
And I am an actress, been an actress since 1992. I've been a film actor since 2008. And I took my career serious, if you will, back in 2019. I paid off my student loan, which that is a feat.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I said, I'm going to go full time and full speed ahead. So I had been taking acting classes and voice classes, and I worked a serious job, a 9 to 5, for almost 20 years for the state of Michigan, doing welfare and handling the citizens of Michigan in the best way possible. But I found that I was selling myself short, that my gift was bigger than the desk that I was chained to from 9 to 5. And believe it or not, you guys, I've never had another job. I've only had a couple of jobs in my life. And 20 years, I started working for the state of Michigan when I was 17 and a half. And I had just come from working at the bank, Comerica Bank in Michigan. But I'm saying that to say I never had any other experiences besides the serious government job. So here in Georgia, I sell life insurance to the families of Georgia, Michigan, Texas, and Florida. I also am an actress here. I'm signed with Dream Team Talent out of Chicago, Atlanta, New York, and Los Angeles. And I'm signed with Wink Talent Agency out of Michigan. So I do a lot of traveling back and forth to Michigan for work. But you said, who am I? I am your motivation that all things are possible, Russ, if you would just keep at it. Stay focused, stay tunnel vision, and above everything, stay prayerful. I am faith based, like 40 going north. I believe that without God, you are nothing and you could do nothing. And with that being said, that's about it.
Well, and that's a lot, I'm telling you. And I love that because you're right. Without God, nothing is possible. He makes all things possible. So thankful for that. Amen for that this morning. And you know what? I love the fact that, first of all, you're now residing in Atlanta, Georgia. I want to tell you that my son, who does all the music for my live streams, is a professional musician, just
Nice.
started his U.S. tour in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh,
They've already gone from one coast to the other and are headed back. In fact, tonight they're on their way to Minneapolis from Denver. And so, yeah, it's been one of those whirlwind tours, like every night of the month.
wow.
But yeah,
Congratulations.
it all began in your neighborhood. So yeah,
Mhm.
that was awesome. But the whole the one thing that I want to talk about too, you've done so many types of acting, but aren't you also doing voice
Yes.
acting as well? Talk a little
I
bit
am.
about that.
So, with the voice acting, I haven't gotten any recent gigs with the voice acting, but it is a part of my profile. It is definitely something that I do. A part of the commercials that I've done, I have been the voice. There is a short film out um, that was done back in Michigan a few years back, and I'm the voice when that film actually begins. I am the voice when we talk about commercials and just the background. So I am still getting my feet wet with voiceover. I have categorized myself on voices.com if you want to hire me, and over at Fiverr if you want to hire me to do some. I love to do the storybooks. I love the commercials. They are they are essential. Commercials keep you inspired for the longer acting gigs, especially for sitcoms and film and things like that.
So you're still doing that in the midst of doing the insurance. You're still doing some little acting here and there in between
No,
your normal day
hey
job.
Russ, hey Russ, there's nothing little about acting.
Well,
There's
there you
nothing
go.
little. It's nothing little about it. I am
That's
definitely
right.
still doing, yes.
Big, huge, huge.
Huge. I am still doing acting. Absolutely. So what happens in the actors as an actor, you have to always be found studying, practicing, attending classes, meeting with your agents, and literally living and paying attention to your world around you so that you can give your own perspective of that world to someone else. Acting is just about displaying who you are in real life with whatever material you're given and make sure that it's real. You don't want to
Yeah,
give out anything fake. We got enough fake and plastic people and situations going on. We want to stay our authentic selves these days, Russ. That's
that's
essential.
right. That's it. Well, and you are one of the most authentic people that I know. You
Thank
are just such a sweet and wonderful person. And, one of these days, Lacasa,
Yes.
you and my son's worlds might collide because a lot of the music
Mhm.
that is used in commercials, my son writes. And
Stop
so
it.
they actually grab that music off of a service that a lot of the big commercial businesses use,
Okay.
and he writes a ton of that music. So
Yes.
you never know. Someday you might be the acting one, and he might be doing the music. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Anything is possible. I have learned to accept that you live in this moment, right? You
Yeah,
prepare for the next moment, but anything could change in a moment. It only takes a moment for things to change. And you have to make sure your seatbelt is tightened so that you can adapt to that change and pivot when you need to. This life is definitely about pivoting. Back in the day, our parents were so used to 9 to 5 and calculated, go to work, go to school, get an education, graduate from college, work your 9 to 5 for 50, 60 years, get your gold watch and say la vie. But that's not the world we live in today, Russ. We live in a world of being flexible. We got AI approaching us. We need to know how to maneuver that. With the voiceover and AI, they want to take away the authentic voices. If they could duplicate my voice, what do they need me for? Right? So you have to be found learning and ever changing in our society. And I just wanted to give a shout out, Russ. This is Memorial Day. Yes,
that's
it
right.
is. It is Memorial Day. And I just want to say thank you to all of the servicemen. Now, Russ, what you don't know about me is my family goes all the way back to 1888 when it comes to fighting in the World War and everything U.S., of course. My great-great-grandfather, Boyd, was in the military. My grandfather was in the military. My great-great-great-great-grandfather was in the newspaper for his platoon fighting in the war. My grandfather he was a military man. My uncle just retired, 65. He was the military over at Selfridge Air Force Base. My cousins are in Colorado and in Texas. They're in the military. One of my cousins was the first chick to be able to, she was in Annapolis, the Naval Academy. She was one of the first Black young ladies to go there. So military is definitely a part of my foundation. I definitely respect, the country that I live in. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, you're right. I learn new things every day about you, Lacasa. It's amazing. So, okay, let's talk a little bit about what really got you into acting to begin with. Did God tell you you're going to be an actress and that's why you need to go this direction? Or what was really the driving force between you getting into acting?
Okay, so let's take it all the way back. I wanted to be an actor when I was a kid. I was the kid that how you ever see those people you say, hey, wherever you go somewhere, you're never with a stranger. I was the kid that would go on the playground, didn't know a soul, and be like, hey, you gonna be my friend? Hey, you gonna be my friend? That's how I got one of my best friends to date 30 years later. I sat next to her in gym class and was like, hey, you getting ready to be my friend. And I say that because my grandparents would always put me in everything. I'm the first grandchild, right? I'm the first the first female grandchild. I do have a male older cousin that is the first grandchild, but I'm saying that to say when you're the first, you're the guinea pig. Okay. So my grandmother would throw me in everything. We grew up in church. My granddad was a minister. My grandmother would say, okay, Lacasa, you're doing the Easter speeches. You're doing the plays. As I continue to grow in school, teachers would pick me out. We love your voice. Why don't you read to the kids? Why don't you be on our radio station for the middle school? I was always picked to do something. Every time we had a group effort program, you know how you sit in groups with the kids in school? They would be like, Lacasa, you be the spokesperson. So I was always picked out to stand up for the people that didn't want to. And that's how I kind of govern my life. I know there's a lot of people that won't stand up for certain things, and I'm here
Well,
to
you're
stand.
so shy. That's why that you were the shy one.
I am shy though, Russ. Sometimes I am.
Oh, you are not. You
Oh, listen, sometimes, Russ, I get into the, oh my God, not me, not me. But the Lord said, why not you? Right.
right,
So I
right.
show up and show out every chance I get. And it hasn't been easy. I smile in the face of adversity because I know that God loves me so much
That's
that
right.
He has to give me examples to share with people. How can I tell you to be encouraged or to keep going if I haven't had to keep going myself in the face of adversity,
That's
right?
right.
I
Well, and
haven't.
that's when
Yeah.
we grow the most. We learn the most. We become who we are through adversity because if
Mhm.
life was always easy, we just sit back and not really do much
Oh,
because it just always came to us. God takes us through so many situations, some not so pretty, that we have to work our way through and become the better version of who we are, right?
and that's the goal, Russ. Is the goal for me has always been, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, is to get 1% better every day. 1%. Whatever didn't happen yesterday, so what? I have learned in this little life of mine to pause, reflect, and then keep fast forwarding forward. And the biggest thing I've noticed, Russ, is that people are so concerned about the the noise around them. They're concerned about what the opinions of others, what people may think of what you say or what you do. What does God say? Right? How do you treat people? People go to church every single day sometimes. They read their Bible, and you think, oh my God, this is an awesome human. But they treat the person at the gas station like crap. They treat their children like trash. Like, who are you when the lights are off? The phone is off. The doors are closed. Who are you in real life? And I just want to be that example. I'm coming to you live from my bedroom today. I don't have a big, pretty studio, right? I don't have a big old gargantuan desk. You do what you have with what you have, and you make
That's
it
right.
happen. No
Yeah.
excuses, Russ.
No excuses. No excuses. That's for sure. You got that right. Well, listen. So as we slowly start to wind this up for today, what I want you to do is I want you to really encourage everybody today because you encourage me all the time,
I'm
not
so
only
glad.
with the joy of the Lord that comes emanating through you, but with all of your positive words and thoughts. So today I want you to, I'm sitting out here and I'm going to pretend to be the audience, sitting out here and I'm saying, you know what? I am just having a rough life and I keep running up against walls. I'm trying to be an actress and I keep hitting walls and it seems like nothing is happening. How do you stay encouraged? What do you want to encourage them with?
If I had to, well, I can't say if, but every time I come across an actor or come across maybe a person that have lost hope, and sometimes I get those bathroom conversations where the ladies will be like, "Man, you just look like I want to just tell you all my business on what I'm going through right now." I think that I'm commissioned to encourage and to inspire. If I was to see some actors that is feeling like I keep applying, I keep auditioning, and I'm not getting anything, that means that you're being sharpened. You cannot stop. You cannot quit. If God has placed something in your heart to do, do it and do it well. Master it. Block out the noise. I have people in my life, I had, because I no longer have them, but I had people in my life saying, "You're crazy. You shouldn't be an actor. What are you doing? What are you going through?" And I stopped talking to them. I stopped talking to them so that I can focus. So now only thing that they can do, Russ, is watch me on TV. Click the channel because that's the only way you're going to see me. And you have to keep in your mindset that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. I keep the word
Amen.
with me. I
Amen.
keep the word close. And even when you don't feel like going, do it anyway. Go ahead and apply for that play that's in your local theater. Go ahead and make sure your headshots are in order. Keep working out to stay healthy. Be prepared for the opportunity that definitely will come. If you're in the room to eat and there's food all around, I guarantee you there will be your turn where you can grab your plate and dine with the rest of them. But it's okay to be patient. That's the thing. People want it microwaved. We can't have everything microwaved. I don't want microwave macaroni and cheese. I want you to slow cook that thing. You get what I'm saying? I want you to slow cook my food because I want to consume it. And same thing with acting. You want to make sure that when they call you and say, hey, Lacasa, can you play this particular role? And I would tell my friends and joke around, but I say, if you got picked to be a tree, you be the best tree in that performance. You be the best. If you only got 2 words to say in a script, be the best of that. The last thing that I did that was on camera, I did a For My Man. It's a series that comes on TV One. And when I tell you in that series, I was nervous, but I got through it and did well. So you have to just keep going. Trust
That's
God.
so awesome.
Trust God, stay prayerful, stay positive,
Amen.
And move.
Amen. Amen. I love that. Hey, listen, tell everybody how they get in touch with you so they can learn more about you.
Hey, to get in touch with me, you can always check out my YouTube channel at Miss Lacasa, Miss Amazing. You can always check me out on Instagram at Bring the Sunshine, ENT, because the goal is to bring the sunshine to one family at a time. To make sure you get your life insurance, make sure you get your IULs, make sure you get your everything ready for retirement. We want to make sure we're protecting families out here. Right.
That's right.
And then you can always check me out on Facebook at Miss Lacasa G Ms Amazing, and that's MZ Amazing. So don't hesitate. You got a question, I might have an answer.
All right. Oh, you're so amazing. Thanks, Lacasa. I appreciate you and all that you're about. You brighten my morning, and I'm sure everybody that will see this, you're brightening their morning.
I
And
hope
thank
so.
you so much for that. And I'm going to say goodbye to you for today, but just hang tight in the green room and I'll see you after.
Okay.
Oh, she said goodbye right in the middle of me moving her. Okay, everybody, that's Lacasa Godboldo. She's amazing. You need to get in touch with her. All of her contact information has been scrolling along the bottom and at the bottom of the screen in the comments and the show notes. It is all clickable. Everybody go straight to her today. And thank you for being here with us today. Remember, this show is on every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Marketing with Russ, a.k.a. #RussSelfie. You can connect with me at russhedge.com. If you know my name, you know how to do it. And you can subscribe to our YouTube at marketingwithruss.live. If you know the name of the show, you know how to get to my YouTube page. Don't forget, even if you're watching on replay, you can share it and tag your friends. Please put #TeamReplay. I'd love to know that you were here. And thank you so much for being a blessing, everybody. Until we see you again this coming Thursday, have a blessed and amazing week and have a wonderful, happy Memorial Day. All right. See you, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.